And we are live. Huh. We're back after a very, very long time. And I hope everyone is safe heading into this new year. And first of all, let's talk about what kind of a year it has been, which many of the people have been calling it as a shit shower of a year, 2020. Let's do a small recap of what just happened. Okay, so January was like 2020. Yeah, we're going to be a superpower this year. It was all of that kind of a talk, and then suddenly we heard of bushfires, Australian bushfires, which destroyed a lot of greenery in Australia. And then later on, there were the CA and RC protests that were happening simultaneously at that time in January, February. Um in February, like there were talks of uh, meteors, I think, in February, and there were earthquakes too in Delhi, if I'm not wrong. Then, ah, yeah, that happened, and sorry for that. Huh. And what else? And then it was all of a sudden it was we were hearing things about there's this new virus that has come out from China. There are some people who are infected in the Middle East, and there are a couple of people infected in India. News were coming, and we were just not taking it that seriously. But day by day, WHO sort of just kept promoting the status of the virus. One day it was an epidemic. The other day it became a pandemic, and when it became a pandemic on 1st March, that the March month, I think that was when people really started, losing their shit. And it was like the first or second week of March, where people were like, "Oh no, this stuff is serious," and there was so much of ambiguity around whether or not do you have to wear a mask, or what is it exactly? Is it transferable through air? And all of that jazz was going around. Still, the people were wearing masks in the local trains, and it was like that. And later on, when the lockdown was announced, I think that was when the full blown effect of it, was felt by most of us. And just there are so many people who were hit so hard by it for the entire summer, for the next 2 to 3 months, who had to like walk all the way back to their hometowns, only to be discriminated against in their hometowns too. So that was really bad. And most of us, like privileged people like us, like me, they had they had it pretty easy, I feel. Basically, the there was a thought going around that whether or not those lockdown was enjoyable for you is directly proportional to your privilege, which I 100% agree with. Like a 100% agree with. Like it is so true. Like I could stock up on food essentials whenever I wanted. Just had to cross the streets and get it. There was plenty for everyone. It was good. Like there was no problem. And yeah, and we were just trying to live with what had just hit us. We were just acclimatizing with it, and in the process, many people started creating. Many people became creators, and this is when uh, a lot of young creators came out, and a lot of people who were not that frequent in creating content started letting go of some of their inhibitions and their hard press filters that they had before they click the publish button on their content. And there was a lot of content that was floating around. There were a lot of Zoom shows, a lot of YouTube lives, a lot of Instagram lives. People who were not that very social media uh, savvy started coming on to the platform and started posting a lot more. Uh, Me too. If I have to say for my talk for myself, yeah, for me too, that is true. And there were a lot of meme songs that were happening in between. It was the coffin dance meme that held our attentions in April, and so on and so forth. And we were just getting used to all of this when like we lost Sushant Singh Rajput in June, in mid June, and that was like a tipping point, and just anxiety just just blew through the roof for everyone, and for me too, as to how could we lose such a great mind from amongst us. And that is the time when I started this YouTube channel, and just to let things out on a daily basis. Even my initial videos will have an imprint of Sushant passing away. And then we were, just introduced to this media circus where every day there was this media trial on some or the other person. Sometimes it was Ria, sometimes it was some associates of Sushant Singh. Sometimes um, it was people from the Bollywood or somebody else. Just there was just this endless media witch hunt that ensued, and that was that that was one time when I really lost hope in people, because when the lockdown happened, I had a lot of hopes from people that they will stick together and bail people out, and but quite the contrary was happening, and that was a bit disheartening to see. And that was the time when I went a bit off the grid, and just went into a shell during that time. And it was later, like very late, that I too could muster up the courage to you know come in front of a camera and shoot stuff. And that was it. And so this was so August was when the reopening started, and a bit you could see some green shoots of a reopening happening. And September, October was the getting used to the reopening phase, where you could see uh, some shops opening up, and slowly and steadily all it was back to normal. All the street stalls were back, and everything like that, and people were back on the road. So that was a good rebuilding phase. The monsoon, the end of monsoon, August, September, October. And then and by that time the media trials also had subsided a bit. We got to see how our festivals would be in these circumstances, which was the Ganesh Chaturthi and the Navaratri, which went very somber this time, and people really stepped up, really stepped up to keep it low key, keep it somber, and not cause any uh, inconvenience to anybody outside of their sphere, and which was really good to see. And later we had Diwali. When Diwali was, I think, one point where just everything just broke off, like when we had reached our COVID peak in September, mid September. that is when the numbers started dwindling, and when it came to Diwali, like people just came out, and they were in a very you know come what may kind of an attitude. Like they were really open to whatever happens will happen kind of a situation, and they just went all out. The malls were full, the streets were full, the marketplaces were full with people, and yeah, that is when I think also a record sale was registered throughout the year. Like there was a lot of pent up demand that came out in the festive period, in the mid November part of the year. And then as then we kind of started cruising in the year. I think after November, October was, I think, the last tense month. After November we started cruising. We could hear good news all around, of um, of cases coming down, of vaccine trials being up, of COVID facilities being shut down as they were no longer required, of vaccines, as I said. and and yeah, we powered into December, and by that time I think we had gotten very used to all that was happening around us. And then December went by just like in a snap of fingers, and we landed in this new year 2021 with almost the similar restrictions of the previous year, living kind of in a normal way. and and yeah, hopefully the vaccination drives have started in UK. They'll be starting in India this week. So really positive news coming around this year. Let's see how it happens. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, this was just a quick update. So hopefully we'll keep meeting from tomorrow, every day this time. So yeah, thank you very much for waiting, for being patient, and let's rock this new year.